Welcome to part 2 of the Bears versus Bulls video. In this video, I'll be covering the technical analysis of why we have hit the bottom or why we might not have hit the bottom, and I'm going to be giving you my opinions before we get started. I do want to hear your guys' opinion, so please be sure to let me know down in the comments below if you think we've hit the bottom yet or if the bottom is yet to come. And if you haven't seen part 1, the link for that will be in the description. It's super important that you watch that video too, as it covers the fundamentals of this question. With that, let's get started. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance chart on the TradeConfident.io website. This is a macro metric. This is also included in the membership. A lot of legacy members will remember this, but you're going to get access to Ethereum and Bitcoin long versus short trade charts. If you want to get access to these and trades and a lot more, be sure to join the membership at the link in the description. Let's continue with the analysis, guys. This was updated this morning on October 18th. We were at about a resistance level that we saw back here in April. We have moved up for sure, but it is still not that high, and partially the reason for this jump is simply because of the drop in Ethereum. As the market cap for Ethereum dropped, it rose in Bitcoin. So with that, we can concur that with Ethereum, there is less buying sentiment. People are not into Ethereum as much, and they may be a little bit more into Bitcoin. At the very least, they're holding their Bitcoin more than they are their Ethereum. So as of right now, this just supports the crab market theory. It just supports, it just shows that we're going sideways. So with that, let's move into a more specific view. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and I'm not going to say the time frame because that's going to be changing throughout this video. Currently, I'm on 1 week, but right now, what I have marked is the 3 major bull markets in addition to the one we are in currently. And what this shows you is when the bottom happened, how long it took, how far the price dropped, and how long it took until it was able to reach the all-time high of that previous bull market. Now, I'm going to show you a really interesting pattern that I saw here, and I'm going to show you based on technical analysis where we could see the next bottom. Each of these red lines here represents a halving cycle. This is the first halving, second halving, third halving, and this is an estimation of where the fourth halving will occur. For those that don't know, Bitcoin every 4 years roughly halves the rewards that miners get for mining Bitcoin. That is just the halving cycle, and generally after that halving is when the bull market starts for Bitcoin, and it's actually surprisingly consistent for how well that works out. Now, I'm going to start all the way back. I'm going to go back all the way to square one here. All right, so from the top right here all the way to the bottom, which was right here, we saw a 93% drop from the top to the bottom. In this, it took 161 days to reach the bottom, and from there, it took 632 days until the price reached where it had originally been in the first place, right about here. But notice that it happened after the first halving, and you're going to see this is a very consistent pattern. Now, the next bull market had us start at about 1,245 and drops to a price of $160. This is an 87% drop, and it took 623 days, much longer than the last bull market, or I'm sorry, the last bear market that you saw. This is the second major one that happened. And this one also took significantly longer, 1,186 days to reach the price it had at its all-time high at that time. Notice again though, it happened after the second halving right here. It took a decent chunk of time after the second halving, after that bull market started, but right there is when we had finally reached that all-time high. Let's shift it over again. This is the most recent bear market, not including the one we are currently in. This lasted 364 days from top to bottom and dropped 84%. Now again, it took 1,083 days, and after the third halving to reach the next time it had hit that top at about, 19,000. Now here we are. This is the current bear market. This is what we have all been experiencing. Now, based on these 3 original bear markets for Bitcoin, we can conclude, based on the amount of days it took, on average, it's 382 days from the all-time high to the bottom of the chart. And I already counted this out, but this is the current bear market that we are in. And we are on day 343, which means we have about a month until we hit the average bottom of Bitcoin. Now, I also did a little bit of math in order to conclude how far we can expect the bear market to drop based on previous averages. Now, of course, this isn't guaranteed. We can't guarantee anything. Each bear market is different and all that, but we can estimate based on the ratios between original bear markets where we might see a drop. Now, if we take these ratios, the bear market from here to here, and then the bear market from here to here, and try and apply that from here to here, we can conclude that it is going to be about an 83.07% drop from the all-time high. Now, what I'm seeing right here, this is the current bear market. As I told you, we could expect about an 83% drop, which leads us to the bottom of this purple rectangle, and just around to an even 80%. I made it a purple rectangle ranging from 80 to 83%, which comes out to about $12,000 to $14,000. From here to here shows 382 days, as is estimated by the average dates between the top and the bottom for all the previous bear markets. So we could expect to see, just on averages, that the market could drop to 12 to 14,000 by November 24th, which is when this this blue rectangle ends, showing 382 days. Now, again, this is an average. We saw as high as over 600 days until we hit the bottom. We also saw as low as 161 days. So it is an average, and we should take it with a grain of salt because of that. Now, I also took the average of how long it takes for previous bear markets turning into bull markets to reach their original tops. It turned out to be about 986 days, so I just mocked this up for fun, and of course it happens after the fourth halving. 986 days brings us to about here, and it doesn't actually show what the date is on this chart, unfortunately. It is somewhere around April, I believe. Because this is March, it brings us into April, maybe May territory here. There's, again, not an exact day, but we can say almost certainly that it will happen after the fourth halving, that we do see $69,000. Until this happens, though, on average, usually the bull market starts and really kicks off after the halving. We do have some time, and in that time, we're going to be basically in a crab market. And again, I want to know in the comments below, do you think we have one more big drop, or do you think we have already hit the low for this market cycle? Now, another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, let's switch over back to the weekly time frame here and expand these indicators. Very interestingly here, the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow here on the weekly time frame are in about the middle of their charts. This shows, again, all of that indecision I was talking about. It's not really overbought or oversold. It is moving slightly towards overbought, though, because it's technically above the halfway point. But this shows we have a lot of room to move down before we make any progress. You can see that you can see that the price versus well money flow is still trending down here, and it may be a while until we see it fall completely. We are looking between about the range of 30 in order for a reversal to happen, and when that happens, we could very easily see the price in the $14,000 to $12,000 range. Now, if I spread this out a little bit and turn on the TC top and bottom finder, you will also find more for the bullish sentiment here, that we have a strong buy and a buy signal right at this structure support around $19,000. This could show that this was actually a bottom, so this is a case for the bulls here. Even more interestingly, though, check this out. Let's go to the 1 month time frame. Right here, now the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow are oversold. This means on the monthly time frame, the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow are expecting a move up. Now, the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow typically see these moves happen within 1 to 6 candles, which means 1 to 6 months on this monthly time frame, we could see that full reversal happening. And this fully supports the $12,000 by November 24th. All the way through the end of this year. So I think that this fall or winter is when we're going to see the end of the bear market officially. Again, at this point, the only question in my mind is if it's going to go lower or if we've already seen the bottom and I'm just going to move sideways and eventually up again. Now, if you want access to these awesome indicators, guys, our members are making tons and tons of money with this, no matter what time frame you're on. We have people working on the 15-minute time frame all the way up to the monthly time frame that I just showed you. These indicators are currently actively on sale. This is the cheapest you're ever going to be able to get it. The bundle pack is $50 off right now and includes a $400 off coupon for the TC top and bottom finder. So if you don't have them yet, now is the best time to pick up these indicators. Again, the links are in the description, so be sure to check that out. In conclusion, everyone, we are in a ton of market uncertainty right now. Bulls and bears are racing at each other. It is a battle, and we don't know who's going to win quite yet. we do see that the bears are running out of steam, and we could see the bottom soon, or may have even already seen it, which really was the point of this video. I wanted to show you the case for those bears and the bulls saying that we've already reached the bottom, or only moving up from here. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinions. I personally think that we still have yet to see a bottom in Bitcoin, but I do think that the bottom is going to be the end of it, and I think it's going to happen very soon, probably within the next few months. With that, if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more daily crypto content, education, and analysis. We really, really appreciate it, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And with that, remember, trade safe, trade confident, and I'll see you in the next video.